Today we're going to make a song like David Kushner. The main parts are going to be a shitty sounding ambient piano and a big drop. Let's start. Very first thing I've got here is a Spitfire Labs piano, the Autograph Grand. It is getting a bit of a high cut right here, and it's being sent to a room reverb, which is this Fame Studio reverb. It's also being sent to a Valhalla Vintage reverb, looks like this, and it's being sent to a very long reverb, which is the Plate 140. So all I got to do now is play pretty much the same chord progression for about 2.5 minutes and just improvise here and there. So let's go record that. All right, now we got something like this. Now, I want to get that David Kushner vibe like right off the bat real quickly. So I got to get some low quality, I don't know, maybe add some tape, some ambience. I'll probably jump into Soundly and find some like environmental sounds. All right, so I jumped into Soundy and I found this Ambience Urban City Skyline Distance Train 04, whatever that means. All I did was I just tuned it down, transposed it down, -1, make sure the warp is off so that it kind of, look, I'll show you, it stretches, see? So made that -1 just to make it a little less normal environment sounding, and threw it through these reverbs here. I think it's time to add some drums. I'm going to stick to digital drums in the beginning, and mostly throughout the song, and then towards the end with that big drop, we'll switch to like orchestral drums, stuff like Kashmir stuff, Musio stuff. All right, so here's the drum A, the first drums we're going to do. The kit is actually my kit. It's called the Kev kit. It was recorded by us in a school studio, and the drummer was named Kevin, so the Kev kit. They sound like this. These are the hits. They're obviously being bussed through these 3 reverbs, but we want to make it sound distorted, saturated, and dark. So we put a EQ on there, which looks like this, just a high cut. Then a decapitator. And then a Valhalla room. And that pretty much gets us there. Now, for the most part, David Kushner songs, well, at least a couple that I listen to, they kind of really stay the same throughout. The chorus does hit a little bit harder. I might add a little bit more piano, like a soft piano maybe sort of thing, maybe even a double piano. Haven't decided yet, I'll figure that out in a bit. But we're really just gonna focus on the big drop being around here, this last kind of double chorus. So let's figure something out for the chorus. Okay, so I settled on just adding another piano, the exact same playing. So I actually didn't even replay the piano. I just grabbed the MIDI and dragged it down. I don't want it to sound like 2 pianos. I just kind of want it to sound like a little bit of a thicker piano. Here's the actual section where they come in. Can't even really hear it. It's this right here. All right, next let's do the heavy section, and then after that we can kind of do like little ear candy stuff throughout, and then we should be good. All right, for drums, this is our drum bus. We have a decapitator, we have a compressor, a Pro C2, looks like that. We have a drum bus right here with a little bit of drive, a little bit of dampening, and we have a Pro Q. As for our actual samples, we've got a Kashmir orchestral kick. You can see the names here. Orchestral kick. We have a sub kick. We have a snare. We have another snare. We have like some flams. Then we have like these kind of multi-hits scattered around. This actually can use a bit of EQ. This has got a lot of low end in there. So let's just, that's better. And then we got these little other kind of hits. And then we've got this. And we've got our crashes. We also have rides from Superior Drummer. I'm just using this rock kit too, and all I'm doing is rides and then like little tiny fills. And with everything else, sounds like this. And I might actually have those little flammy things on every single snare hit because they sound pretty good. Okay, so for the guitars, on the sub we got a decapitator because, you know, distortion in something like this is very needed. Sub synth, which I actually don't even know if I'm using correctly. I don't know. I had the idea of putting it on, and the Valhalla room right here. And that sounds like, oh yeah, also the actual individual guitars have a little alter boy on it. Not for any altering, just for some drive. Going into a 𝗕𝗘𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘. Sweet. And together, sounds like this. Now for this snare, I think it's the snare. Yeah, let's put a frequency shifter on there. Now I think we just need some synths in there to make it fuller. So I'm gonna throw 𝗕𝗓𝗓 on there. Same chords. Probably just fifths, maybe not even fifths, maybe just a single note. Okay, and here is our synth bass. Kind of wild. These are the settings. These are the effects. It's mainly just there for texture. It has a ton of low end. I mean, if you listen to any David Kushner song, or at least the songs I listen to, super fucking low end heavy and very, very reverbed. And then lastly, we can throw a little Tascam 380 out on there. Holy saturation. All right, that's it. I added a low pass filter on the drums. I think it helps. I'm also gonna do the same thing on the guitar as well, the electric guitars. And let's listen. A huge part of the mix is the David Kushner vocals. I want to say it's like 80-20, 80% vocals, 20% instrumental. So you get these like big old parts, then it's maybe 50-50. So just keep that in mind. But I think it sounds pretty good. Everything is very, very low passed on David Kushner stuff. The vocals are really the only thing that have any highs in them. So yeah, hope you learned some. Bye-bye.